doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older.
15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left.
Be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that, my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older, 15 and 22. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19. The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, y'all. Jay-Z's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just scored another win after 50 Cent officially offered to help him sue Jay. And this comes just days after a judge granted Rymir's request to move forward with his case. Now, as for Jay, he's panicking right now, and he actually put out this bizarre statement accusing Rymir of harassing him for years. Jay's lawyers are now also threatening to expose Rymir's lies in court. So, basically, Jay is doing everything but taking that DNA test that could easily put an end to this mess. But here's where it gets dark. We're now hearing that the real reason Jay has been dodging that test is because of how old Rhee's mother was when she had him. See, according to Rhee, his mom, Wanda, was not a legal adult when 22-year-old Jay-Z got her pregnant. So, how old was she when you were born? 15 on 16. 16 and everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time? I think like 22. So, what is Jay-Z really hiding? Well, you all probably know that Jay barely managed to avoid going down with his friend Diddy after one of Diddy's accusers claimed Jay and Diddy raped her when she was 13. Now, this woman accuser later agreed to drop the lawsuit, but it looks like this case still isn't over. She actually just came forward saying she never took back her original accusations against Jay and Diddy. And she says the only reason she dropped the lawsuit was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to intimidate her. But here's what really sketchy. Most media outlets didn't even touch this new development. Now, you already know sites like TMZ and Shadum aren't allowed to post anything negative about Jay-Z, and you can go and see for yourself. Check their websites right now and search for the Rhyme story. You won't find a thing. This has been trending for weeks. But these major celeb news outlets are acting like it doesn't exist. And this is the same playbook with the Jane Doe case. Not a single one of them reported that just last week, a judge dismissed Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby, who represents Jane Doe. So yeah, a lot of stuff is getting swept under the rug. And it feels like most bloggers are too scared to say anything critical about Jay-Z. But you know who's not scared? 50 Cent. He recently clowned Jay for dodging that DNA test. And now it's being reported that 50 actually reached out to Rymir and offered him his legal team to back his case. And you can tell the heat is getting to Jay. His lawyers are already scrambling to shut down Rhee's case. And they've launched a PR campaign to make him look crazy. In the court documents submitted on June 16, Jay-Z slams a recent lawsuit that Rymir and Lily filed against him as just the latest in what he says has been decades-long harassment. The documents read, "The fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed." But the fact that Jay is spending all this money in court when a cheap DNA test would set him free is extremely weird. And this time, Rymir's got the upper hand. And with all the receipts coming out and 50 Cent backing Rhee, it's not looking good for Jay. Your father, I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can't. I've been through a lot and seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. I just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair. Alright, let's first talk about 50 Cent's role in all this. So 50 decided to insert himself in the drama between Jay-Z and his alleged son Rhyme, and he first trolled Jay on Instagram, pointing out that Jay and Rymir have the same nose. But that's not all. 50's now taking it a step further, and sources close to the situation claim 50's has reached out directly to Rymir and offered the support of his lawyers. 50's also posted this cryptic message on IG saying, "A good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge." Now, this changes everything. Up until now, Rymir's case has been completely ignored and buried by mainstream outlets. But with 50 in the mix, Jay's team is suddenly on the defensive, and they're rushing to shut down the lawsuit and discredit Rhyme before anything gains traction. Jay actually just filed new court documents asking the judge to dismiss Rhy's case. According to docs obtained by US Weekly, Jay said that Rymir's lawsuit is just the latest in his decades-long harassment. Jay's filing says the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, and Rhyme's continued harassment of Jay-Z and disregard of those orders has already resulted in a contempt order. However, Rhyme's former legal guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, who is also a paralegal, has now fired back at Jay-Z, and she claims Jay's latest court filing contains some blatant lies. Dr. Coley said in her statement, "This story was not fabricated. Wanda's affidavit has been on the court record for years and has never been withdrawn. Her account was the basis of Ryr's understanding of his paternity." Dr. Coley also stated that Jay-Z lied about Rhy being held in contempt of court. According to Dr. Coley, no individual involved in the case, including Rymir, his late mother Wanda, or herself has ever been held in contempt of court, but the main thing she clarified is that the question of Rhy's paternity has never been fully addressed in court. Dr. Coley wrote, "There has never been a discovery hearing or final ruling that resolves the paternity or other issues. These facts continue to be overlooked in public narratives." But there's another thing that gets overlooked in public narratives, and that's the age of Rymir's late mother, Wanda, at the time when Jay got her pregnant. Now, let's go over some facts first. Rhyme first became known to the public in early 2015 after it was reported in the news that he had filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z. Back in 2014, Rymir and his guardian, Lily Coley, filed their first complaint. And this was when things first started getting weird in court. This complaint was instantly shut down, and that's because according to Dr. Coley, Jay-Z and his lawyer Lisa Fisher brought fraudulent and false information to court. But Rymir kept fighting, and in 2018 he filed new court documents. This time accusing Jay of using his fame and money to avoid a paternity test. But here's where things start to get shady. Rymir kept getting shut down because the judge was reportedly told his biological father had already been confirmed. But then the son got a copy of Rymir's birth certificate. And guess what? There's no father listed at all. But then there was another twist when Rymir discovered that some members of his own legal team were secretly working with Jay-Z's lawyers behind the scenes. In an interview with The Sun, Rymir said he's denied the right to have a fair hearing in court because of legal mistakes and malpractice. Rymir also told The Sun that his mom Wanda first told him Jay-Z was his father when he was about 8 years old. And according to Wanda, she and Jay had a fling back in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects. She said they used protection, but it failed, and after that she never saw Jay again and had no way to reach him. Sadly, by 2010, Wanda's health declined, and that's when Lily Coley was granted custody of Rymir. Lily also spoke to The Sun at the time, and she said that Wanda got pregnant. shortly after meeting Jay when she was just 15 or 16 years old. And it gets even wilder. According to a lawsuit Rymir filed in Philadelphia in 2018, Jay-Z's attorney made Wanda sign legal papers while she was in hospital recovering from a medicated coma, which replaced Lily's name on the petition without consent and for nefarious reasons. That move got the case tossed out of the Philadelphia court, and Rymir's family said they'd never seen that level of corruption or felt that kind of pain. But then it got even more sinister when Rymir and Dr. Coley appeared on Hip Hop News and Censored and revealed that Rymir was shot after filing his lawsuit against Jay-Z. Rymir was shot at somewhere in September. He was in a parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So, we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on, 'cause it was around the time. And get this, according to Lily, around the time Ree filed his lawsuit, random people started showing up at her door and trying to scare her into staying quiet. In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have PE people knocking on the door 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time. Lily also added that this case isn't just about Jay-Z. It's about standing up for change and pushing for new laws that prevent the rich and powerful from misusing the legal system. So, this is a bigger picture than this.